Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thank you so very much for dropping by this channel. To anyone who's new to this channel, a very warm welcome. This channel is dedicated to the life, work, and teachings of a very special spiritual teacher named Bruno Groening. You can find out more about him on my website, which I've posted in the chat box and below. I don't know which direction it is. My camera, for some reason, is doing things in reverse. And of course, a warm welcome back to anyone who's familiar with Bruno Groening and who's visited this channel before. So I was listening to a guided meditation, and it had all this beautiful music, and it was very sweet. And then after, it was quite a long guided meditation, maybe 40 minutes. And then towards the end, it was just the sound of the rain pouring down, gently pouring down. And that went on and on and on for, actually, pardon, it was a river. It was the sound of a river flowing, and it just flowed on and on and on and on. I was like, that's nice, but it's kind of boring compared to the music. But then I got out of my mind and into my heart, and I just listened to it and felt it. And it was so soothing, so nourishing. And then I had a pretty deep insight. And that insight is that God, the supreme reality, and I hesitate to use the word God because thanks to very conservative, organized religion, the word God has been associated with such horrible, horrible things. But regardless, the supreme reality, the source of everything, is constantly sending forth, constantly showering all of us with love, with goodness, with blessings, with mercy, with healing energy. It's just up to us to tune into it, to take it in. So, the practice of receiving it starts out as a formal practice. Like, okay, I'm going to tune in right now. I'm going to receive the divine blessing. Close our eyes, sit, do it. And that is beautiful and important. And that's not the full story. That's just kind of a formal practice. Because if my insight is correct, and actually Bruno spoke about this, and I'll get to that in a moment, the divine blessing is being sent, being showered upon us 24/7, every moment of every day. So part of the goal is to learn to tune into, to receive that, to be aware of it 24/7. It's perfectly normal, natural, and I would say good to start with a formal practice. And then over time, to begin to tune in while you're washing the dishes. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not aware of washing the dishes. It just means having the intention to receive and observing your body. While you're walking, that's maybe a little easier than washing dishes. I shared here before that the way I really began integrating this practice into my life is when I walk in between rooms in my house. Like, let's say I'm going from my kitchen to my bedroom. During that time, I tune in, or I strive to tune in. When I go to church, I tune in the whole time, no matter what's going on, or I strive to tune in the whole time. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm simultaneously observing my body with the intention to receive the divine blessing. It's not easy. The long and short of it is, we human beings, well, and I think I'm not alone in this, I have the habit of being up here all the time, or like out there, like if I'm reading something on the computer, then like all my attention is there and I lose awareness of my body. I lose awareness of myself. So I have that deep-seated habit, and I'm slowly but surely overcoming it through my own effort, through the help of Bruno Groening, and through the help of the divine power itself, which not only heals the body, but actually changes the person we are. Maybe said more truly, it reveals who we really are, that we are children of God, that we are instruments of God's love and power. And that's what we're meant to be. And that doesn't mean that, we should imitate Bruno Groening or any other great saint, because each of us has our own sort of destiny or calling. So the specifics or the way that we serve is going to be different. Bruno Groening had his way. Christ had his way. The Buddha has his way. Lao Tzu from Taoism. Guru Nanak from Sikhism. There have been many great saints and sages who have each served in their own unique way. And I'm not saying they're all one and the same, but there are some similarities, such as love, such as detachment, such as faith, such as service, such as loving everyone, such as being in communion with God. Those are sort of the universal things that we're all learning. And then how we then pass that along, how we help, is going to be a little different depending on, or very different depending on each one of us. So now let's spend a little time consciously taking in the divine energy. For anyone who's new, it's very simple. There's more details on my website. The simple version is you sit with your legs uncrossed, hands resting on your legs, and observe your body with the intention to take in this divine energy. The mind wanders off, bring it back to this intention to receive. Taking in the goodness. I'd like to thank everyone for joining in. You're, of course, welcome to continue tuning in on your own. And have a blessed, God-filled and God-guided day. And when I say God, what I'm talking about is infinite goodness, limitless love, limitless power, harmony, goodness, the source of all that is, our very maker. A huge part of this path for me has been releasing or healing my old ideas of God. Have a blessed day. Take care.